Hi boys and girls, welcome to Grandma DeeDee's story time. Hi babies, hi grandbabies, hi Hosea, hi Gally, hi little Leia up in Pennsylvania, my grandniece. So nice to see everyone today. Today we have a really funny book called Bread and Jam for Francis. This is written by Russell Hoban and pictures are by Lillian Hoban. And so Francis has several other books too. If you like this one, we'll be reading other ones as well. It was at breakfast time and everyone was at the table. Let's make sure we go this way a little so you can see the pictures. Father was eating his egg. Mother was eating her egg. Gloria was sitting in a high chair and eating her egg too. And Francis was eating bread and jam. What a lovely egg, said Father. If there is one thing I'm fond of for breakfast, it is a soft-boiled egg. Yes, said Mother, spooning up egg for the baby. It is just the thing to start the day off right. Ah, said Gloria, and she ate up her egg. Francis did not eat her egg. She sang a little song to it. Is Frances and her family little badgers? Is that what you think she looks like? A little badger? I never really thought about it. This is the song she sang. She sang it very softly. I do not like the way you slide. I do not like your soft inside. I do not like you lots of ways. And I could do for many days without eggs. What did you say, Francis? Asked Father. Nothing, said Francis, spreading jam on another slice of bread. Why do you keep eating bread and jam, asked Father, when you have a lovely soft-boiled egg? One of the reasons I like bread and jam, said Francis, is that it does not slide off your spoon in a funny way. And there she is, with her bread and jam. Maybe she should have a hard-boiled egg and not a soft one. Well, of course, said Father, not everyone is fond of soft-boiled eggs for breakfast, but there are other kinds of eggs. There are sunny-side-up eggs and sunny-side-down eggs. Yes, said Francis, but sunny-side-up eggs lie on the plate and look up at you in a funny way. And sunny-side-down eggs just lie on their stomachs and wait. What about scrambled eggs, said Father. Scrambled eggs fall off the fork and roll under the table, said Francis. I think it's time for you to go to school now, said Mother. Francis picked up her books, her lunchbox, and her skipping rope, and then she kissed her mother and father goodbye and went to the bus stop. There she is. And there she's got her little basket and her rope. While she waited for the bus, she skipped and sang. Jam on biscuits, jam on toast, jam's the thing that I like most. Jam is sticky, jam is sweet, jam is tasty, jam's a treat. Raspberry, strawberry, gooseberry, I'm very fond of jam. That evening for dinner, Mother cooked breaded veal cutlets with string beans and baked potatoes. That sounds good. Ah, said Father, what is there handsomer on a plate and tastier to eat than breaded veal cutlet? It is a nice dish, isn't it, said Mother. Eat up the string beans, Gloria. Oh, said Gloria, and she ate it up. She had already eaten her dinner of strained beef and sweet potatoes, but she liked to practice with the string bean when she could. There's Frances skipping rope and singing her song, and there she is at dinner time. Oh no, that was Mother cooking. Where do breaded veal cutlets come from? Asked Francis. And why are French cut stringless beans called string beans? We can talk about that another time, said Father. Now it's time to eat our dinner. Francis looked at her plate and sang, what do cutlets wear before they're breaded? Flannel nightgowns, cowboy boots, furry jackets, satin sailor suits. Then she spread jam on a slice of bread and took a bite. She won't try anything new, said Mother to Father. She just eats bread and jam. How do you know what you'll like if you won't even try anything new? That's a really good point. I always told my kids, we always have to try something new. If you don't like it, then you don't have to try it again. But if you like it, now you have something else that's new that you know you can eat. How do you know what you'll like when you don't try anything new? Asked Father. Well, there are many different things to eat, and they taste many different ways. But when I have bread and jam, I always know what I'm getting, and I'm always pleased. You try new things in your school lunches, said Mother. Today I gave you a chicken salad sandwich. There now, Father said to Francis. Wasn't it good? Well, I traded it to Albert. For what? Asked Father. Bread and jam, said Francis. She's not even having her veal cutlets and baked potato with butter. Yum. The next morning at breakfast, Father sat down and said, now I call that a pretty sight. Fresh orange juice, poached eggs on toast. That is a proper breakfast for you. Thank you for saying so, said Mother. Poached eggs on toast do have a cheery look, I think, and Francis began to sing a poached egg song. Oh no. Poached eggs on toast, why do you shiver with such a funny little quiver? Then she looked down and saw that she did not have a poached egg. I have no poached egg, said Francis. I have nothing but orange juice. I know, said Mother. Why is that? Said Francis. Everyone else has a poached egg. Even Gloria has a poached egg, but she's nothing but a baby. But you do not like poached eggs, said Mother, and that's why I did not poach one for you. Have some bread and jam if you're hungry. So Francis ate bread and jam and went to school. There's Francis and Mother. Mother has her egg. Francis has none. When the bell rang for lunch, Frances sat down next to her friend Albert. What do you have today? Said Frances. I have cream cheese, cucumber, and tomato sandwich on rye bread, and a pickle to go with it, and a hard-boiled egg, and a little cardboard shaker of salt to go with that, and a thermos bottle of milk, and a bunch of grapes, and a tangerine, and a cup of custard, and a spoon to eat it with. What do you have? Frances opened her lunch. Bread and jam and milk. Oh, you're lucky, said Albert. That's just what you like. You don't have to trade now. Do you think she might be getting bored of bread and jam? That's right, said Frances, and I had bread and jam for dinner last night and for breakfast this morning. You certainly are lucky, said Albert. Yes, I'm a very lucky girl, I guess. But I'll trade you if you want to. No, that's all right, said Albert. I do like cream cheese with cucumber and tomato sandwiches on rye. Albert took 2 napkins from his lunchbox and tucked one under his chin and spread the other one on his desk like a tablecloth. He arranged his lunch nice and neat on the napkin. With his spoon, he cracked the shell of the hard-boiled egg and peeled away the shell and bit off the end of the egg, sprinkling salt on the yolk, and set the egg down again. He unscrewed his thermos bottle and filled his cup with milk. When he was ready to eat his lunch. He took a bite of sandwich, a bite of pickle, and a bite of hard-boiled egg, and then a drink of milk, and he sprinkled more salt on the egg as he went around. Albert made the sandwich, the pickle, the egg, and the milk come out just even. That looks like a good lunch. Lots of variety. He ate his bunch of grapes and his tangerine. Then he cleared away the crumpled wax papers, the eggshell, and the tangerine peel. He set the cup custard in the middle of his napkin on his desk, and he took up a spoon and ate up all the custard. Then Albert folded up his napkin and put them away. He put away his cardboard salt shaker and his spoon. He screwed the cup on top of the thermos bottle, and he shut up his lunchbox and put it back inside his desk. I like to have a good lunch, sighed Albert, and Frances ate her bread and jam and drank her milk. Then she went out to the playground and skipped rope, and she did not skip as fast as she skipped in the morning, and she sang, jam in the morning, jam at noon, bread and jam by the light of the moon, jam is very nice. Do you think she's getting bored of too much bread and jam? Let's find out. When Frances got home from school, Mother said, I know you like to have a little snack when you got home from school, and I have one all ready for you. I do like snacks, said Frances, running to the kitchen. Here it is, said Mother, a glass of milk and some nice bread and jam for you. Aren't you worried that maybe I will get sick and all my teeth will fall out from eating so much bread and jam? Asked Frances. Oh, I don't think that will happen for quite a while, said Mother. So eat it all up and enjoy it. Frances ate most of her bread and jam, but she did not eat all of it. After her snack, she went outside to skip rope. I think she's getting sick of it. Frances skipped a little more slowly than she'd skipped at noon, and she sang, jam for snacks and jam for meals. I know how a jam jar feels, full of jam. That evening for dinner, Mother cooked spaghetti and meatballs with tomato sauce. I'm glad to see there'll be enough food for second helping, said Father, because spaghetti and meatballs is one of my favorites. There she is, skipping her rope. And there's Father and his meatballs. Spaghetti and meatballs is a favorite with everybody, said Mother. Try a little spaghetti, Gloria. Said Gloria and tried the spaghetti. Frances looked down at her plate and saw that there was no spaghetti and no meatballs on it. There was a slice of bread and a jar of jam, and Frances began to cry. My goodness, said Mother, Frances is crying. What is the matter? Asked Father. Frances looked down at her plate and sang a little sad song. She sang so softly that Mother and Father could scarcely hear her. What I am is tired of jam. I want spaghetti and meatballs, said Frances. May I have some, please? I had no idea you liked spaghetti and meatballs, said Mother. How do you know what I'll like if I won't even try me? If I won't even try it, asked Frances, wiping her eyes. So Mother gave Frances spaghetti and meatballs, and she ate it all up. The next day when the bell rang for lunch, Albert said, what do you have today? Well, said Frances, laying a paper doily on her desk and setting a tiny vase of violets in the middle of it. Let me see. And she arranged her lunch on the doily. There she is eating her dinner. And now she's spreading out her lunch with Albert. Let's see what she's got today. I have a thermos bottle with cream of tomato soup, she said, and a lobster salad sandwich on thin slices of bread. I have celery, carrot sticks, and black olives, and a little cardboard shaker of salt for the celery. I have 2 plums and a tiny basket of cherries, and vanilla pudding with chocolate sprinkles and a spoon to eat it with. Oh, that's a good lunch, said Albert. I think it's nice that there are all different kinds of lunches and breakfasts and dinners and snacks. I think eating is nice. So do I, said Frances. And she made the lobster salad sandwich. The celery, the carrot sticks, and the olives all come out evenly. The end. That was a nice story. Frances taught us that we need to try all kinds of food, right? And this one you can find at your library. That's where I used to rent them from, and I got this one from my local library. I love you guys. Thank you for joining Grandma DeeDee's story time, and I'll talk to you soon.